You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you.
I don't think it is very useful to speculate on what God might or might not be able to do. Rather, we should examine what he actually does with the universe we live in.
We are all explorers, driven to know what's over the horizon. The most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond that next star. They're within us, woven into the threads that bind us.
Hello, beautiful people. Happy Monday, happy Moon Day, happy April 25th, and happy birthday to some famous Tauruses. Al Pacino celebrates a birthday today. Renee Zellweger, Ella Fitzgerald would have celebrated a birthday. Jason Lee, Gina Torres, Hank Azaria. Who else do we have? Tim Duncan, Joe Buck, Sarah Paxton, Jillian Bell. Some interesting Tauruses. And happy birthday to you and yours if you are celebrating a birthday during Taurus season as well. So today we have a really quick forecast. We're talking all about the moon on this moon day, and we're really going to feel the energy of the Pisces moon today. So let me know if you're joining me live or if you're finding this video later. Let me know in the comments how this Monday morning has felt for you. I'm definitely feeling the sleepy vibes of a Pisces moon. A lot of times when the moon is in Pisces, it really invites us to rest, to slow down, to heal, to just kind of take a chill pill and go with the flow. So let's pull up the chart and we'll talk about what aspects the Pisces moon is making today. So the moon moved into Pisces at 3:15 this morning, Pacific time. So we're just getting started in this moon phase of the Pisces moon. And when the moon's in Pisces, it can, like I said, make us a little bit sleepier, make us lean towards rest, but also it can heighten our imagination and our intuition, put us in a little bit of a dreamier state. So expect not only to feel like a little bit more like you're in a fantasy, but also we can be more compassionate, more empathetic. We're definitely more tuned into other people's energy when the moon is in Pisces. So this can bring the potential for heightened sensitivity, both in positive ways and in negative ways. And also, as I mentioned, because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, it marks closure, endings, and a lot of times we think of Pisces as a healing energy. So there is potential for healing over the next few days too. Just definitely be aware of how receptive you are to other people's energy. You might find yourself over the next couple days feeling something and actually it's not yours to feel. You know, you're not sure why you feel this way, and then maybe in hindsight you're like, oh, I was just taking on the energy of someone else. So Pisces is all about the other, and it's really easy to get sucked into someone else's energy, which can make us more compassionate and empathetic, right? But it can also make it a little difficult to be in control of our own energy. Good morning, beautiful. Yeah, okay. I'm right there with you, dazed and confused. I got up this morning and started working, and then I went back to bed for like an hour because I was like, nope, I need more rest. Just wanted to stay in that sleepy dream state. And same with you, Jazz. Yeah, feeling all the sleepy vibes. We're all on the same page with the Pisces moon. So the moon hasn't made any connections yet, and it won't until about 1 o'clock this afternoon. So we're kind of starting to come into this energy a little bit. But this afternoon, the moon forms a sextile with the sun. So you can see the Pisces moon over here, 3 degrees Pisces. Now, before we get into what angles it's making today, let's just take a look at what's ahead. We have a lot of conjunctions coming up with the moon over the next couple of days. So keep that in mind. The moon today forms a conjunction to Mars, which we'll talk about in a moment. Tomorrow, likely, or the next day, it will form a conjunction with Venus, then Neptune, then Jupiter. And Venus, Neptune, and Jupiter are the main characters of this week leading up to the solar eclipse. I'll give you a little preview of what's to come at the end of this forecast too. So the moon, although it feels really sleepy in Pisces right now, and we kind of have this rest period, it could definitely pick up the pace over the next couple days, or we could feel stronger energy, I should say, over the next couple days. So if you've been leaning into those sleepy vibes, good timing. Just take advantage of them before other energy starts to be infused with the moon with these conjunctions. So as I mentioned, this afternoon, about 1 p.m. Pacific time, the moon forms a sextile to the sun. And this can give us confidence, allow us to start our week with a sense of balance. My dog, I don't know if you can hear him in the background, he's feeling the moon sextile the sun. But that's kind of how it will feel, just giving us a burst of energy a little bit emotionally. We can like go with the flow because of the Pisces moon, but the Taurus sun helps us stay grounded and take things slow and steady. So, you know, sometimes when the moon is forming a sextile to the sun and there's a lot of fiery energy or there's a lot of air energy, it can kind of make us like buzzy. But because we're dealing with water and earth energy, I feel like this is going to be a more calm confidence. Like, okay, we got this. We can just take one step at a time, just go with the flow. You know, sometimes we think of confidence as like, honestly, like that Aries energy, like, yes, jumping into battle. But a lot of times people who are confident are those people who are able to just sit and observe and engage when they feel like it. So that's kind of the confidence and almost stamina we'll feel this afternoon. Just kind of, we got this, a gentle, calm, grounded, like we can do it. We're kind of getting the speed picking up, not even speed, more like the what's the word I'm looking for? Not energy. This is the Pisces moon. I'm like, whoa. It's like, and not the pace. I keep going for like these speedy words. It's momentum. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. The momentum starts to build this afternoon. And remind you, like the Pisces moon opens our senses to other realms, to other energies. That's why we're more energetically sensitive. But again, the Taurus sun helps us kind of ground it, keep our feet on the ground, and gives us that like push forward to keep going with the flow, but start to ramp up where we're going. So just expect to feel more confident this afternoon. Expect to feel more like you're ready for the energy to start building this afternoon, because the energy is definitely going to start building this week. My little Pisces was extra sleepy this morning. Of course he was. Oh, little Marty, the cutest Pisces. So the main transit we're talking about and the last transit we're talking about today, the moon will form a conjunction to Mars, as I mentioned. So we'll just jump ahead here like 6 hours and you'll see the moon gets very close to Mars, if not conjunct with it. Close enough. So the moon and Mars meet up in the sky. And when this happens, we could really start to feel the energy build, because Mars is the planet of drive, of stamina, of aggression, and it brings a lot of energy with it. So this could bring like a surge of energy in on Monday night. But remember, too much energy isn't always a good thing, especially when we're really emotionally open and sensitive with the moon in Pisces. So it can make us more reactive or impulsive. And we can be a little bit confused with the moon in Pisces or overly sensitive, as I mentioned. So it's really going to be important to make sure that you have a firm grasp on reality and a firm grasp of the facts before you decide to react to anything. Remember, we're all kind of in a little bit of a daze with the moon in Pisces, and maybe we're not all thinking things through before we say them or do them. So really leaning into the compassion and empathy side of the Pisces moon and giving other people a little bit of grace, because this could make people a little bit triggered or extra sensitive when the moon forms a conjunction to Mars in Pisces. And I will say moving the body can be a really great way to use this energy. If you're feeling tension build or like you have this abundance of energy but you don't really know what to do with it, even gentle movement during Taurus season and with all of this Pisces energy can really help you move that tension or emotions through you. So I would say like yoga or even yin yoga I could see. I'm not a huge fan of yin yoga because I don't have the patience, but if you are a fan of any kind of yoga, I could see that being a really effective way of moving energy tonight, because your body with Mars in the mix is going to want to move. It's going to want to move some energy. And sometimes when we don't move our physical body, our emotions want to do the movement for us and kind of comes spilling out of us. So don't be surprised if you or the people around you are a little bit more reactive tonight, a little bit more touchy or impulsive. But the nice thing about this is we have a lot of Pisces energies. So can be a little bit calmer, a little bit more gentle than maybe if we were seeing this conjunction in a fire sign or something like that. I will also say with the moon forming a conjunction to Mars, this could bring in, with it being in Pisces, it could give you like a surge of inspiration as well, because Pisces is the sign most associated with spirituality and imagination. So this could bring through like a lot of ideas or downloads. But again, it's not going to be like in the most clear way. It could look like a surge of inspiration, but I wouldn't necessarily act on it yet, even though we're going to want to act on it. This could be a good time to like brainstorm, brain dump everything, and then revisit what you wrote down, what you brainstormed, maybe when the moon moves out of Pisces and into Aries, or maybe even in the solar eclipse. I know a lot of people say it's a no-go to manifest during eclipses, but this eclipse on Friday is special. It's different than just your standard eclipse, and I'll explain why in just a moment. So anyway, just beware. People are going to be extra touchy tonight with the moon forming a conjunction to Mars. Everyone is on the same page today. Chelsea says, that's exactly how I'm feeling today. Calm, slow confidence. Opposite of last week where I felt like I needed to get all the things done. Now I looked inward about that and now I'm chill. Yes. Such a great way to use this energy. It's that calm, slow confidence and really inviting us to go with the flow, to trust. Pisces energy asks us to trust that we're going to be able to get it all done. And the energy is really going to pick up this week. So like this moon day is a true moon day. Take it to rest. Take it to start off slow, kind of get everything in order. Find that nice balanced state before things start to get a little wonky. And yes, dancing also, especially with the moon and Mars and Pisces, that's a great point. Not only moving our body through dance or yoga or whatever it is, but creativity is really favored when the moon forms a conjunction to Mars. If you're having all these ideas and inspiration come through with the moon and Mars and Pisces, doing art to get them out of you or creative writing could also be a really great way to use this energy, because when the moon and Mars meet up, like we want to use the energy, we want to do something with it, but we still are kind of in this like sleepy state with the moon in Pisces, and we might not actually have the physical energy to like execute all the ideas that are coming through. So art can be a great gentle way of using energy, and Pisces is very creative too. So really using our creativity with Mars and Pisces, creative movement, creative art, all very favored. So that's what's going on today. I'm going to give you a little heads up of what's happening the rest of the week. I don't have my fancy graphics to show you today because, like I said, I went back to bed this morning instead of forcing myself to work, really trying to slow down under the Pisces moon. But I can tell you what is coming up. So actually, let me pull back up the chart because I want you to see what's going on in Pisces, okay? Like all of this energy over here, we're about to see a lot of conjunctions. And let me see, I can't zoom in further, but you get the idea. I mean, we have Venus at 22 degrees Pisces, Neptune at 24 degrees Pisces, Jupiter at 26 degrees Pisces, and the moon is going to hit all of them in the next few days. But not only will the moon meet up with them, all of the Taurus energy right now, Mercury and Taurus specifically, is also going to connect with a lot of different planets this week. So Mercury will form a sextile to Jupiter tomorrow, which is really going to kind of pick up the pace and bring in a lot of visions and ideas, continue to bring, it's going to help us be like more optimistic as well, especially because I'm sure you guys have heard like eclipse season is coming, you know, but as I'll tell you in just a moment, this eclipse is not your like normal basic eclipse. There's a lot going on around it that's really fortunate and really, really beautiful. So Mercury forms a sextile to Jupiter tomorrow, bringing in visions, bringing in ideas, helping us think big. Then Venus forms a conjunction to Neptune on Tuesday. So we're really going to be feeling that like Pisces love, spirituality on Tuesday. Not just romantic love, but like the love of all, the love of God, the love of oneness, the love of spirit. Like that's really going to come through this week. And really, I feel like Venus forming a conjunction to Neptune could like awaken a lot of people too with all of this happening in Pisces. I really feel the energy of like awakenings right now. Let me know if anybody else is feeling this, like the amount of people it feels like who are opening up to spirituality over the past few years. Of course, a lot more people have been kind of coming online, if you will. But I really feel like around these eclipses too, it could be like a boom of people who really like are diving into angel numbers and astrology and human design and spirituality and light codes and all the things. Mercury on Wednesday forms a trine to Pluto. It's the last connection Mercury will make, and this is really helping us understand the transformation we're going through, flow through transformation, and rationalize what's happening. Then on Thursday, so we're getting very close to Friday's solar eclipse, Mercury enters Gemini, its home sign. That's really going to pick up the pace. Then Pluto stations retrograde the same day. Pluto will be retrograde through October, so it's not like it's going to be this major shift. But this solar eclipse happening, like coinciding with Pluto stationing retrograde, could feel like it's knocking us back a step or making us review our transformation in a lot of ways. Or it could just be extremely transformative because we have this action with Pluto happening right around the solar eclipse. And that solar eclipse, the partial solar eclipse in Taurus, and a solar eclipse always happens on the new moon. So that's happening on Friday. But here is the catch, and we'll talk all about this on Friday. Don't worry, we'll go into detail. Venus is forming a conjunction to Jupiter on the same day as this solar eclipse. So it's like loving, abundant, optimistic manifestation vibes. And I know people are like, don't manifest under an eclipse. Do whatever you resonate with. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I don't think it's necessarily like you need to manifest or declare something, but whatever ideas or inspiration are coming through, realizations you've been having over the past 2 weeks, and the energy has really been forcing those realizations all throughout last week, especially over the weekend. If you had some downloads come through or just big realizations, that was definitely in the forecast. And all week, Mercury still stays very active, forming all these connections, helping us really rationalize and put the pieces together. Then on Friday, with the solar eclipse and Venus and Jupiter meeting together, it's bringing these really abundant vibes, like really loving. Venus and Jupiter are like the planets, I think, that both are most associated with manifestation, and they're meeting up. So like I said, it's not necessarily that you have to manifest or do a ritual or something under the solar eclipse, but you might be surprised at what happens based on the ideas and realizations that you've been having over the past couple weeks. So I still think kind of like go with the flow and like take your hands off the wheel and let the universe lead, but that doesn't mean something amazing couldn't start up under the solar eclipse or kind of be set into motion. And then, oh, you know what? That is Saturday, the solar eclipse, not Friday. I am one day off, so sorry about that. The solar eclipse is on Saturday. And then Sunday, Venus forms a sextile to Pluto. So again, there's this element of transformation, even the things we're manifesting or our values transforming, changing, a death and rebirth of our values, a death and rebirth of our desires as well. So we have a lot of exciting energy coming up. And I say all of this because I really am inviting you and encouraging you to take today to just be. Like, if you feel tired, give yourself the rest, because once all these connections start happening, we're going to have a lot more energy to work with, and maybe not as much opportunity to just chill out and not be affected so much by the collective energy. My Scorpio moon, Capricorn sun has me withdrawal and hiding for a while. This week, 3 different friends came back into my life. Amazing. I love that for you. I love that for you. Definitely the Capricorn sun, Scorpio moon brings a little bit of like homebody hermit hiding in your own cave vibes. But I love that ahead of this solar eclipse, because, you know, technically we're kind of in that eclipse energy already. Friends are coming back into your life, and these shifts are happening for you without, it sounds like, without you even really trying. So that's so beautiful. Yes, I am feeling more connection to the universe recently. Yeah, I think a lot of people are starting to really solidify their connection with their own spirituality, and that makes me so happy. You know, I think it's such a beautiful thing, and I think we're really going to start to see that pick up this week. Or even just more people talking about their spirituality this week who you might not expect. You know, people who have just been kind of watching on social media, consuming their own content at their own pace, might start to come out and express interest in the solar eclipse or in the astrological energy or just in spirituality in general. All right, everyone. So that's what's coming up for us. Let's go ahead and pull a card. I'm just going to pull from the Moonology Oracle deck today because we're talking about the moon, the Pisces moon. So let's pull from the moon deck. I'm a projector human design, so it was really nice to live in my strategy and wait to be invited. I love that so much. A card just fell out, so I'm just going to take that as a sign. That's been happening a lot lately where the cards are just like instantly flying out for me. So we're just going to go with it. But yeah, that's another beautiful thing I've been learning about human design is it's a really great way to understand like your bodily needs, you know, like because it kind of imprints astrology and spirituality into the body. And I have some projector friends who are the same way. They like know they need rest and they know they need time to withdraw and recharge before being around people. So I love that you guys are getting into other forms of spirituality too, and such a beautiful thing when we learn more about ourselves. Been back to making some meal prep for me and my friends. I've been enjoying home and the love of cooking. I love that for you, Susan. What a beautiful day to like really reflect on that too. And I hope today that you give yourself a little bit of rest because today's the day. Today is the day to just chill out. Even if you have to work today or whatever, like maybe don't make plans with friends tonight. Just give yourself time to chill out. Get some rest under this Pisces moon. Okay, so this is the card I pulled, or I didn't really pull it. It just flew out. Full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. So, of course, we're not going to have the full moon in Aries until October, maybe September, but Libra season will be the full moon in Aries. But let's see what the guidebook has to say about this, because the solar eclipse on Saturday does feel like it's bringing kind of a fiery energy with it, even though it's in Taurus. I just kind of feel like it's going to be fiery, like it's going to bring, it's going to bring kind of like a zing of energy, you know? Okay, you go through my digital guidebook here. Find our full moon. Here we go. Full moon in Aries. It's time to see if you've been a little too much me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively if you could have. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, maybe gone too fast or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you created this situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. Be nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Being assertive is good, just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby. These are just like additional meanings. And you need to have more fun. So I think this is a great reminder that the energy is going to pick up, and it even says a peak is coming and it could be fiery. We have the solar eclipse at the end of this week. But I love that this is reminding us to be nice, be kind, be more compassionate, and kind of lean into that Pisces moon energy, as we've been saying. Like, take this time to just attune to yourself, see if you've been interacting with other people the way you want to be. Maybe like read the energy without fully taking it on. And then know that this is your time to rest and kind of integrate and make those subtle adjustments. Make sure you're treating other people with compassion and empathy before the energy starts to pick up and we get busy again. These down periods are really opportunities, I think, to like reset, assess the situation, and be prepared for when the energy picks back up. Be more aligned, be more calm, be more confident, as someone was saying earlier. I think it was Chelsea. Yeah. Calm, slow confidence. Like, that's the energy to step into today, ahead of all these connections that are happening in Pisces, ahead of the solar eclipse. Lots of fun stuff coming our way. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for today's episode. I will leave you with the affirmation of the day that came through for me, and it is, I feel in order to heal. So remember as well that sometimes when we get going so fast, we don't give ourselves the time and space to feel our emotions, to really feel how we're feeling. And this calm day under the Pisces moon is inviting us to rest so we can open our sensitivities to our own emotions again, so we can really attune to how we are feeling and heal it, give ourselves the space to rest and integrate it. And awareness is the first step to healing. So allow yourself to feel in order to heal. I'm so grateful you all started your Monday morning with me today. So grateful to be back at it this week. It was a busy weekend for me, and I am definitely going to take advantage of the downtime, the slowness of the Pisces moon today. So I'm recharged and ready to go for you the rest of the week. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and like and subscribe to us here on YouTube. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers so we can monetize this channel and keep these videos coming to you for free every day. Thank you, Susan. So happy to see you here. And same to you, Maribel. So lovely to see you this morning. I hope to see you right back here tomorrow morning. I'm so grateful you showed up for yourself today. I'm so grateful you showed up for this community today. I love you. And whenever I see you next, until then, stay curious. Thank you so much for joining us and aligning with the energy of the universe today. If you enjoyed this morning's episode of Transits Today, you can join our live astrology discussion every weekday morning right here wherever you're watching. And head to thespiritualjournalist.com to read your daily astrology forecast and browse the Spiritual Shop. The most fun way to help keep these forecasts free and support more content like this is to buy yourself a little something on our website. But if you're feeling extra generous, you can also buy me a coffee to fuel future live streams. Just tap the link in the description or head to buymeacoffee.com and search The Spiritual Journalist. And speaking of, you can also tune in to The Spiritual Journalist, our weekly live interview where we ask our guests questions about everything from crystals and manifestation to mental health and the environment. Those conversations stream live right here wherever you're watching now every Tuesday. I'm so grateful you found us here, and I can't wait for our next conversation.